G'day, welcome back to RV Farm. It's Nate. Today I got a new toy, and that is a Sveaverken, probably not pronounced correctly, F100G GPS system for the farm. So we didn't, I don't need an auto steer. I've only got a small property. I just needed something that would help me do spreading fert and for spraying. And the current GPS systems are very expensive when you go into, I guess, the more prominent brands. So I reached out to Dave from Fraser Ag in Victoria, who has been fantastic. Had a couple of quick phone calls with him, did some research online, and I just thought I'd do a quick guide around just the basic setup stuff that we've done today. It's been quite a battle to find anything online and YouTube that sort of shows the system. And so I think this would be a good one for anyone maybe considering getting just a basic GPS system for their tractor, smaller hobby farms, people that won't use isobus or don't necessarily need a full auto steer system. So Dave came out this morning, and I was lucky when I bought this tractor secondhand. It already had a bracket mounted to the A pillar, which was used for a bale monitor, and pretty straightforward. The system comes with an arm that can attach to a rail, so whether that be your door rail or a different kind of bracket. Very simple install, and the tablet it comes with is just your pretty much a standard Microsoft tablet. So pretty simple system. So the monitor and mounting system just pivots on a ball, so you've got a huge amount of range and flexibility as far as where you want to mount it. You can pivot this all the way around, up and down. Yeah, so it's pretty good as far as options go for mounting. I was kind of lucky because of the bale monitor. I already had this Europlug power already set up, and it is direct 12-volt feed from the battery. So when I'm not using the monitor, I can just simply take it out. And also, one of the sort of nifty things, I guess, about the monitor is I can charge it up. I can use it in the office. So it's very simple in its setup. As far as it's literally just this one plug, USB-C, I think it is, that goes into the unit. And we have a single wire that runs outside, runs up this pillar, out through the door, and then up to the receiver, which is mounted on the roof. So it's just a single cable that supplies power up to the receiver, and then the receiver and tablet work in a Bluetooth or Wi-Fi type setup. So the signal from the satellite is all through Wi-Fi. It's literally just a power up supply up to the receiver. So up on the roof, and all we did was give the roof a bit of a clean down. Use the supplied 3M tape and stuck the mounting brackets down. And then you've got just that simple single cable that runs over and down in through the door aperture to the inside. So I'm probably not facing the best direction into the afternoon sun, but I'll just turn it on. So when Dave set this up, it was set up so that the Sveaverken app will load straight away on power up. If I can get it to power up, just push and hold. All right, so we open the tab up, swipe up, and we're into our home screen. So what the system's going to do, it's going to sort of boot, and it's linking up to satellites. So we're on the Triple P satellite network. So we don't have the need for any subscriptions. Yes, it's not as accurate as RTK and those other systems that are available, but we don't have to pay for subscriptions. We don't have a base station. For what I do here, 10 centimeter accuracy or thereabouts is fine. So we haven't got a SIM card in, so we're not seeing 4G. We're looking at currently receiving 24 satellites. So we can come into our satellite screen and that will show us what satellites we're using. Okay, so we've got 24. So 4 GPS, 0 GLONASS, 1 BEDAL, and 9 BEDAL, and 4 Galileo. So that's how you use satellites at the moment. RN, SS, and SBAS, no idea. Right, so this is our home screen. We've got our satellites. Our receiver has found everything it needs to here, and our box up here has gone yellow. And so we've got our main screen, so we can look at our status we want. I don't really need to. We can change our view. You'll see the tractor change from 3D to 2D. I like the 3D from what I've seen so far. So 3D, 2D. We have our main menu, and our overview. So when we first started, we were having a few issues with our GNSS receiver connection. So what you can do when you first start up, you can come in here and you can see it's connected at the moment. If you're having issues, you can resync that link over here. It did take a couple of goes to get it to want to play ball. So we can see indicators, so Bluetooth, Bluetooth config, Wi-Fi connection, and communication status. So everything between the monitor and the receiver is working. You've got a very basic screen here. So we can go in and set up our tractor. So we can see here, we've got the John Deere 6200, which is what we're sitting in. Then you've got, I can go in and edit. So we can set up our tractor. So if you're moving the unit between different tractors, you can go in and set up different. So it looks at wheel track, wheelbase, distances from the receiver. And it guides you through where it wants you to take the measurements from your particular tractor. So I can come back out of that one. So you can set up a new, you can edit, you can delete vehicles. The screen seems to operate really well and nice and smooth. So another one, probably the implement library. All right, so we set it up this morning with for the spreader and the sprayer. So when you go in, you can create a new profile for each one of your implements. If I go to sprayer, I can see you can set your implement overall width, your working width, distance between hitch points, and so on. For what I'm doing, probably not that super necessary, but I would say that your your implement working width is the most crucial in that screen. So we'll come back out. Here we go into correction source. You can see we're working on this triple P system for what we're doing here. That is enough. So back on the home screen, and you can see in the bottom right corner, you've got the work button. So once you activate, say your spreader or sprayer, if you need to refill, you can pause work and then go back, refill, come back out to the paddock, and be able to see where you've been. Up top, you'll see here we're not moving. It'll give us our coverage rate, it'll give us our speed, our hectares. Up the top here, it's much similar to like the older light bar type systems, but it'll give you, I guess, your steering guidance and also how far you are away from your line, from your marked line. So that'll come up, and we'll show that a little bit further on. Then we go from sort of, this is our main navigation screen. If we go into overview, we can have a look at what paddocks and stuff we are currently sitting in. I'll go out of that. I'll go back to my menu, and if I come down to the side here, out of device settings, and I look at field. Now I've set 2 fields up, and I can do as many as I want, and I'll do some more later when I can get back into the fields. Right, so we have a standard default field down the bottom here. I've set up 2 paddocks. So I've got a 10-acre paddock and the driveway paddock, which is about 6 acres in the drive. And then when I go out to do the 2 35-acre paddocks, I'll be able to just simply come down to the plus, create a field. So I can give it a client name, farm name, field name. Go back out. So if I bring up the driveway paddock, so I've labeled it driveway where I've created it. Once I go into the driveway, I can go in, and I haven't done it yet, so I can set boundaries, look at guidance lines. I can also set the task of what I've gone out there to do, and the system will keep a log of what I've done in that particular field. So we have field, we have a diagnostic center, which probably won't use for the most part. User information, applications, remote debugging and data transfer, again, probably won't use a lot of it. And then you go down your system settings. So we've already set this up, but we can look at our unit settings, hectares, depending on where you're sitting in the world and what system settings you want to use. You can do that. Heading calibration, the system will automatically do it. If it does play up, I'm told that sometimes, especially when you're starting in a field, sometimes it may think you're going backwards. So we can come in here and then just reset our heading calibration. So like it says, this process requires you to drive a distance forward, and then it'll rejig the system so it knows where you're at. So back to the main screen, and we can see over on the right hand side, we can set a mark in our paddock, which is useful for when you need to refill, you can set a mark on your line. We can look at going into creation where we can set our AB lines. We can look at curves, set headlands, cross patterns. There's quite a bit of versatility in the functions that we can do in there. And we can also switch between our guidance lines and boundaries, but we haven't set those up. So that's just, it's a very, very quick overview, but so far it didn't take much to install it at all. Single 12-volt power, everything comes supplied, mounting brackets, fantastic. I think it's going to be a good thing. On first thoughts, it's it's a very simple setup, which is perfect for what I want to do with it. And then we'll go through once this weather dries up and have a better look at marking boundaries, have a bit of a play, setting AB lines, commencing work, setting a mark, some basic functions as I learn them. I'll go through the process. Cheers.